Away from the mic, he sounds very soft.
He's talking to me.
Oh, okay, good. Just want to make sure
Yeah.
the levels are good. Okay,
Yeah.
Here we go. Hello and welcome to On the Money right here on WDBO 107.3 FM, AM 580, always streaming live inside your WDBO app, anywhere you are, anywhere in the world, as long as you got some Wi-Fi, some data, and you want to get the best financial advice Central Florida Radio has to offer. This is the show for you. It's On the Money. Sitting in studio today with a couple of certified financial planners with the Certified Financial Group, Justin Spitler and Joe Bert. How are we doing today?
We're doing great. Josh, how you doing?
Always doing great when this show starts. I know there's some great knowledge coming my way.
Well, stay tuned. And as the intro says, for more than 30 years, we have been here talking to our listeners, having a conversation regarding their personal finances, things you might be considering regarding your IRA or 401k, regarding stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, long-term health care, reverse mortgages, all those decisions that our clients come to us about. How do we figure this out? How do we fix what we bought? We don't know what we bought. Can you help us straighten this out? You know, we're looking at retirement, and now we have to get our act together. And it's what Justin and I and the 14 other certified financial planners at Certified Financial Group do Monday through Friday for a fee. But on Saturday morning, we are here for you absolutely free. So if you have any questions, things that might be on your mind, things you might have heard, things your brother-in-law told you and doesn't sound quite right, this is the time to call. And the good news for you is the lines are absolutely wide open. In fact, you can even just call or now with the new text line that we've had for some time, you can text us by doing this stuff. Josh, so what's the stuff they need to do?
The stuff you got to do is save this number into your phone when you want free financial advice on Saturday mornings. That number is 844-580-9326. You can call in right now. We got Joe Bert and Justin Spitler answering your questions live on the air. Or you can text us if you're kind of on the go, you want to use your fingers to talk to our team here. We got 844-580-WDBO, or you can send in your open mic using the free WDBO app. Today's topic of the show is your family prepared to manage the funds they may inherit from you?
Yeah, they call this is the transfer generation going on, right, Justin?
That's right. That's right.
So what's that look like, buddy?
So, this particular topic is something I see frequently. You see people work their whole lives, do a great job saving, investing, and ultimately passing some wealth on to their children, their loved ones. And it's important to do anything that we can to help prepare them for that responsibility so that, it becomes a blessing and not a curse, basically.
Yeah, it can become a curse if it's not set up right, or the funds fall in the wrong hands, or the wrong hands at the wrong time. Sometimes it's what we call sudden wealth, where that money comes in and all of a sudden, now what do I do and what happens? So what have you seen there?
So I think the first key is knowing your children, knowing your loved ones, who's going to get it, what kind of personality do they have. There's different types of techniques and strategies that you can implement depending on what type of kid you have. So, an ideal scenario, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. The kid's very responsible, and there's certain techniques that you can do to help to mitigate some of the tax implications. As an example, let's say you retire at 60 and you're planning to wait till 70 to start taking your Social Security, and you've got a big pre-tax 401k. Between 60 and 70, we could look at doing Roth conversions, filling up the 12% tax bracket to transition that money to not only a tax-free bucket for yourself throughout your retirement years, but also pass that legacy to your children tax-free. So that's a strategy in an ideal scenario that could work. But then you've got other kids that you may worry, if they were to get a big chunk of money, would they be able to handle that responsibility? And in cases like that, you could consider things like a trust with a spendthrift clause provisions in there that will limit the percentage or the amount, or somehow restrict the access to the funds to kind of allow them to spread it out and not only be take advantage by other people, but from getting in their own way as well.
So let's explore that. So what you're suggesting is that or you have children or perhaps grandchildren or great-grandchildren, and you know that, good Lord willing, when you're gone, there are going to be funds left available, and you want to pass this on to them, but you don't want them to come to a big chunk of money when they're 18 years old and go out and buy that Maserati or that Lamborghini, whatever it is, and all of a sudden the money is gone. But you can set up a trust with provisions in it that those proceeds will be paid to them according to what your wishes are. Some of the things you talked about, for example, they reach certain milestones in their life, right?
Yeah, they call it control from the grave, if you will. So, you work with an attorney when you create the trust, and the thoughts in your mind that you want to implement can be made possible, such as they get access to the full trust when they're 30 or 40 or 50 or 10% at 25 or whatever your imagination wants to come up with. You could work that out so that you have some control from the grave, if you will.
And you and I have seen some very creative things over the years, maybe for college education, or when you achieve certain goals, or when you graduate from college, you get X number of dollars. And then maybe so much money for your wedding, and then maybe so much money for your first home, and all those kinds of things. So whatever you can think about that's legal to do, you can, in fact, control it from the grave, as you said.
Another thing that we try to help clients with is the investment education side of things. I mean, if we could help during your lifetime and you get to see your children make good financial and investment decisions and help with that process, we like to help there when we can as well. And sometimes it's just as simple as behavioral coaching, not jumping in and out of the market, diversification, not trying to just pick the hot stock of the month, but using things that'll help diversify your portfolio, such as mutual funds or ETFs, and just starting from the ground up.
Education is important, because if you don't have that, you sometimes make the mistakes that you wish you would have avoided. And what we're seeing too is that we regularly communicate with our clients on topics and try to keep them informed and up to date and so on and so forth. And what we're seeing now is many of our clients are having their children subscribe to our communications, so at least it's in front of them. They're just not on TikTok or whatever the app of the day might be, to give them some financial education. And of course, we take those calls from our clients' children. We can't answer questions specifically about mom and dad's portfolio. We can't even tell them how much is in the account or that kind. But if they have questions, that's why we're here to help. It's how we've been doing business now for close to 50 years on the fourth generation of clients here in Central Florida. So continue on with what you got.
Well, in the spirit of planning tomorrow today.
Oh, I like that. Where'd you get that?
A lot of times it starts with just getting into the budgeting side of things, helping them to see where the money is going, try to help with the savings rate. How much should they save into the 401k versus how much should they save for that first house or for the kids' college? And those budgeting type decisions could really help create good habits, help get them on the right track, and help them over time see the benefit of having a good grasp of their financial picture. And then when the time comes and if the blessing is there and the parents don't outlive their money and they receive something, they'll be much more prepared to handle that.
Yeah, having information, having some confidence, and having somebody that you can contact. And that's what, as I said just a few minutes ago, that we can do for our clients, is working with the next generation. And that budgeting form that you referred to, we call a living expense summary, we've offered it out to our listeners. And if some of our listeners wanted to get that blue form from you, how would they do that?
Yeah, just let us know. Give us a call. We can put it in a PDF email right to you. And we also have an Excel version. We can, if you like to let the math do the work for you. So we got a couple different ways we can help with that.
And what's your email address?
Just j.spitler@financialgroup.com.
And we spell Spitler?
Spitler.
There you go. j.spitler@financialgroup.com if you want to get your hands on that living expense form. And what we find, too, when we give this to our clients for the first time and they complete it, I'm sure you hear it as well as I do, Justin, that, I never realized we were spending all this money on X. And the big X is usually dining out. But once you take a hard look at where your money is going, and then you realize all the things that we spend money on over the years, over a year's time, it's an eye opener. And then you have to figure out, okay, well, when I stop working, I'm still going to have primarily a lot of these bills. Maybe my dry cleaning bill won't be as much, and maybe I won't be spending as much money on clothes or whatever I need, to do my job or to go to the office or whatever my job is every day. But nevertheless, sometimes the bills are greater because you want to do more travel. You have more leisure time, and you want to do things that you didn't have time to do while you were working. So we give them that form. So once again, that form is available to our listeners as we've been providing this over the years. It's an eye-opener, and we'd be glad to talk to you about it. So once again, if you want to do that, give Justin an email. That's j.spitler, S-P-I-T-L-E-R, at financialgroup.com. And he'd be glad to send that out to you at absolutely no obligation. So you bring up some good points there, Justin, that next generation, second generation or third generation, passing that wealth on, because as you said, you worked hard all your life, and you hope that you have left your something that you can leave your children to do something with. I think Warren Buffett had the great idea. I think it was Warren Buffett that said this, or maybe it was Bill Gates. I want to leave my children enough money so they can do something, but not so much so they don't have to do anything. And you want to give them some incentives as you go, and that's the really way to do overall estate planning. So we do this with our clients. We sit down with you, talk about where you are today, where you want to go, and then if you want to talk about the next generation, we will work hand in hand with your attorney. Now, we're not attorneys. We don't do wills. We don't do trusts. We can read them. We can understand them. But when it comes time to do the legal documents, we'll put you in touch with an estate planning attorney if you don't have one yourself, or we will work with your estate planning attorney to help you design that plan so you can pass on those assets that you've taken a lifetime to accumulate. And that's what financial planning is all about. That's what we've been doing here at Certified Financial Group now for almost 50 years. And we'll be glad to take your calls and see you in our office. Go to our website, financialgroup.com. That is financialgroup.com. And I hear the music. Josh, so take it away, buddy.
That's right. If you want to join the conversation, the number to call on the money is 844-580-9326, 844-580-WDBO. Send in your open mic using the free WDBO app. Send us your text using that same number as before. You might just want to save that number in your phone as WDBO. That way, every Saturday morning at 9 a.m., you can just text us or call us. Just pull up WDBO and say, hey, Joe and friends, we got some questions about our financial future. 844-580-9326. You're listening to On the Money, where we're planning tomorrow
Today
with the Certified Financial Group.
40 years ago, I had a dream of building the best personal financial consulting firm in Central Florida. Now, with 14 certified financial planners acting as fiduciaries, I believe we're there. But don't take my word for it.
As we approach retirement, we have the freedom of choice.
Peace of mind that we now have. That's everything to us.
The people that work here are honest and caring, and I feel like I can go to sleep at night.
So schedule your no-obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, or we're planning tomorrow, today. Did you know anyone can call themselves a fiduciary, but only certified financial planners are required to work in your best interest? And we have 14 of them right here in Altamont Springs. So when you're ready to plan for your retirement, give us a call.
Just knowing that my money's here with Certified Financial Group, I feel relaxed and comfortable.
They're smart. They watch the market. They take care of you. You can depend on them.
So schedule your no-obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, where we're planning tomorrow, today.
What is a fiduciary? When it comes to investing, a fiduciary is legally required to act in your best interest. For 40 years, planners at Certified Financial Group have been guiding our local clients toward financial peace of mind. The rest of the world is still catching up, but our team of certified financial planners are the local, experienced fiduciaries you can trust. Certified Financial Group are your Central Florida planners. Call us today.
Your Confident Forever plan is possible with a CFP professional. At Certified Financial Group, we can help you build a complete financial plan. Visit financialgroup.com to find your CFP professional.
Years ago, I had a dream of building the best personal financial consulting firm in Central Florida. Now, with 14 certified financial planners acting as fiduciaries, I believe we're there. But don't take my word for it.
As we approach retirement, we have the freedom of choice.
Peace of mind that we now have. That's everything to us.
The people that work here are honest and caring, and I feel like I can go to sleep at night.
So schedule your no obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, or we're planning tomorrow, today. Did you know anyone can call themselves a fiduciary, but only certified financial planners are required to work in your best interest? And we have 14 of them right here in Altamont Springs. So when you're ready to plan for your retirement, give us a call.
Just knowing that my money's here with Certified Financial Group, I feel relaxed and comfortable.
They're smart. They watch the market. They take care of you. You can depend on them.
So schedule your no obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, or we're planning tomorrow, today.
What is a fiduciary? When it comes to investing, a fiduciary is legally required to act in your best interest. For 40 years, planners at Certified Financial Group have been guiding our local clients toward financial peace of mind. The rest of the world is still catching up, but our team of certified financial planners are the local, experienced fiduciaries you can trust. Certified Financial Group are your Central Florida planners. Call us today.
Your confidence.
Right here on WDBO 107.3 FM, AM 580, always streaming live inside your WDBO app. This is your time to pick the brains of one of the top 100 financial firms in the country. And just our luck, they happen to be located in Central Florida. Longwood specifically, we have Certified Financial Group answering your questions as they do every Saturday morning here on the Money. The number to call is 844-580-9326, 844-580-WDBO. You can also text in your question using that same number, 844-580-WDBO. Send in your open mic using the free WDBO app. Justin Spitler and Joe Bert on tap today answering your questions. Here we go. Let's go to Ann, who's calling in from Claremont. Go ahead. You're on the air.
Good morning, Ann.
Yes. Good morning. I just have a quick question. If you get a divorce and when you eventually start drawing Social Security, if your husband's Social Security is more than what you would draw, are you able to make up the difference through some of his, or how does that work?
Well, I think your question too was, does it affect his Social Security? First of all, it does not affect his Social Security. There are some requirements, though, in order for you to be able to collect as a divorced person. First of all, are you over 62?
Yes.
Okay. Were you married at least 10 years?
Yes.
And is your former husband now collecting Social Security?
No, not yet. Neither one of us are at this point.
Okay. That he will need to collect Social Security for you to be able to collect, to be able to start.
Yes.
So that is, in fact, what the situation would be. How much you will receive is a function of his benefit, and also a function of whether or not you have any working history. And they'll look at the two, and then they will determine which is most appropriate for you.
Okay, but it will not detract from his in any way.
No, it will not.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
You're
Have
welcome.
a great day.
You're welcome, and I appreciate the call.
Thank you, Ann. That opens up a line for you to call 844-580-9326, 844-580-WDBO, or you can send in your open mic using the free WDBO app. You want to hit that open mic here, Joe?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, this one again comes to us inside that WDBO app. Open it up, push the open mic button, send in your best 10 to 15 seconds, much like this one.
Good morning. Upon retirement, when I look at the Social Security statement, there is an amount that I would receive. I'm wondering if my husband and I both retire, do we receive the amount listed or do they lower it because we are a couple? Thanks so much.
And thank you for the open mic. And Justin, what do you say?
Well, the amount that you get from Social Security is going to be a function on your working history primarily. Unless you don't have working history, then you would be, if you qualify, eligible for up to 50% of your spouse's benefit. So it really depends on whether individually that your working history qualifies you for something higher than half of your spouse's benefit. Otherwise, you would just receive your own benefit whenever you start.
Right. Yeah, so when you get that Social Security statement, it's based purely on your work history. It has nothing to do with your spouse, your ex-spouse, your boyfriend, whatever it might be. It's just exactly what you have earned over your working lifetime. It's the average of the highest 35 years of your employment, and that's what the situation is. Now, when your spouse retires, what you look at, what he or she is eligible for, and then you'll combine the two. And this is one of the things that, people make that decision. We have workshops that address these kinds of things. People make the wrong choice, the wrong time. Social Security can tell you what your options are, but they cannot tell you what to do in your best interest. And that's what we do as certified financial planners. We'll have workshops coming up about that. And we've got a workshop coming up a week from today that Justin's going to talk about here after we come back from the break.
And if you want to join the conversation after we come back from the break, the number is 844-580-9326, 844-580-WDBO. Send in your text question using that same phone number, 844-580-WDBO. Open mic inside the WDBO app is another great way to join the conversation. You don't get a free financial advice all the time, so let's take advantage of that right now. Joe Bert, Justin Spitler with the Certified Financial Group answering your questions here on The Money. Again, you are listening to On the Money, where we're planning tomorrow
today
with the Certified Financial Group.
Forever plan is possible with a CFP professional. At Certified Financial Group, we can help you build a complete financial plan. Visit financialgroup.com to find your CFP professional.
Years ago, I had a dream of building the best personal financial consulting firm in Central Florida. Now, with 14 certified financial planners acting as fiduciaries, I believe we're there. But don't take my word for it.
As we approach retirement, we have the freedom of choice.
Peace of mind that we now have. That's everything to us.
The people that work here are honest and caring, and I feel like I can go to sleep at night.
So schedule your no-obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, or we're planning tomorrow, today. Did you know anyone can call themselves a fiduciary, but only certified financial planners are required to work in your best interest? And we have 14 of them right here in Altamont Springs. So when you're ready to plan for your retirement, give us a call.
Just knowing that my money's here with Certified Financial Group, I feel relaxed and comfortable.
They're smart. They watch the market. They take care of you. You can depend on them.
So schedule your no obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, where we're planning tomorrow, today.
What is a fiduciary? When it comes to investing, a fiduciary is legally required to act in your best interest. For 40 years, planners at Certified Financial Group have been guiding our local clients toward financial peace of mind. The rest of the world is still catching up, but our team of certified financial planners are the local, experienced fiduciaries you can trust. Certified Financial Group are your Central Florida planners. Call us today.
Your Confident Forever plan is possible with a CFP professional. At Certified Financial Group, we can help you build a complete financial plan. Visit financialgroup.com to find your CFP professional.
Years ago, I had a dream of building the best personal financial consulting firm in Central Florida. Now, with 14 certified financial planners acting as fiduciaries, I believe we're there. But don't take my word for it.
As we approach retirement, we have the freedom of choice.
Peace of mind that we now have. That's everything to us.
The people that work here are honest and caring, and I feel like I can go to sleep at night.
So schedule your no obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, where we're planning tomorrow, today. Did you know anyone can call themselves a fiduciary, but only certified financial planners are required to work in your best interest? And we have 14 of them right here in Altamont Springs. So when you're ready to plan for your retirement, give us a call.
Just knowing that my money's here with Certified Financial Group, I feel relaxed and comfortable.
They're smart. They watch the market. They take care of you. You can depend on them.
So schedule your no obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, where we're planning tomorrow, today.
What is a fiduciary? When it comes to investing, a fiduciary is legally required to act in your best interest. For 40 years, planners at Certified Financial Group have been guiding our local clients toward financial peace of mind. The rest of the world is still catching up, but our team of certified financial planners are the local, experienced fiduciaries you can trust. Certified Financial Group are your Central Florida planners. Call us today.
Your Confident Forever plan is possible with a CFP professional. At Certified Financial Group, we can help you build a complete financial plan. Visit financialgroup.com to find your CFP professional.
On the money right here on WDBO 107.3 FM, AM 580, always streaming live inside your WDBO app. If you pop out of your car and you got your headphones in, open up your app and push play and take On the Money with you on the go. We got Joe Bert and Justin Spitler from the Certified Financial Group here today answering your questions. All you got to do is pick up your phone and call 844-580-9326. 844-580 WDBO. Send us your text question using that same number, 844-580 WDBO, or an open mic using the free WDBO app. What do you say we hit these text questions that come rolling in during that break, Joe?
Let us do it.
All right, this one comes to us from Larry in Ocoee. Larry says, I sold all of my investments at the bottom of the market in March of 2020. I did not buy back until January 2022 when the stock market was up high again. And as soon as I reinvested, I started to lose money again and sold out of my holdings again and have been in cash and CDs ever since. I know this strategy has hurt the performance of my investments. Can you recommend any strategies to prevent people like me from making emotional decisions when markets start to move? Wow, Larry is very self-aware of his mistakes.
Yeah, see a psychologist, Larry.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
I mean, this is the classic case that we see, right, Justin, of folks that try to time the market. They let their emotions take charge and only end up in the long run shooting themselves in the foot. So
Yeah.
what would you advise besides seeing a psychologist?
I mean, ultimately, this is an ideal client. You know, that's a big part of what we do for our clients is basically just help them stay out of their own way. And it's easy to talk about riding through the market, but when you're looking at your own money that you worked hard for, it can become emotional. And that's why a lot of people choose to delegate that. And it's just a big part of what we do. We take the emotions out of it. We use, things like 110 less your age as an example. You take the number 110 and let's say the gentleman's 60 years old. A good rule of thumb would be 50% in stocks or equities, 50% in bonds, and then we stick to that target. And if it goes up or down by a certain percentage, maybe 5 or 10, then we rebalance. And that just kind of takes the emotion out of the equation. And we find that, the people that watch the news or they get fearful about what they see on TV, it very rarely correlates to the movement that you see in the stock market. So it's just really important to take the emotion out of the equation.
Yeah, we are as much behavioral managers as we are money managers, and your behavior can ruin your portfolio oftentimes worse than just having some poor investments, because you can make poor investments even worse. I was going to say badder, but you can make them even worse by getting the emotions involved. And this is what we do for our clients. Let us fly the airplane. It's when you're flying the plane by yourself and you think you know what's going on, and you get tuned into what you read on the internet or what your brother-in-law told you or what you've heard. If your long range plans haven't changed, a quality diversified portfolio in the long run will get you there. It's never a smooth straight line. It never only goes just straight up. And as I say, if dieting and investing were easy, we'd all be skinny and rich. And it's tough on both sides, but we can help you on the investing side. Can't help you on the dieting side. We can help you on the investing side. So hope that helps you out, Larry. And we encourage you to give us a call. Go to our website. That's financialgroup.com. That's financialgroup.com. If you want a more detailed answer, and if you want to open up a little bit more than you can or want to on the radio, Charles Curry right now is taking calls off the air. You can reach him in our office at 407-869-9800. That's 407-869-9800 or 1-800-EXECUTE as if you're executing a legal document. So give Charles a call. He is also a certified financial planner. Charles has 20 years experience. Before he joined us, he was with Sun Trust in their trust department for 10 years and with Charles Schwab for 10 years. And he's come over to the independent side a few years ago, and we're delighted to have him. He's a great guy, so give him a call. And I see we have another text question there. Josh, take it away.
That's right. If you want to join the conversation, call or text us at 844-580-9326. Sarah in Titusville has a question for us. Sarah keeps hearing that Roth conversions are a good strategy to build up a tax-free bucket of money, but she wants to know if Roth conversions are right for her. She gives a little bit of info now. She's 62 and planning to retire in 2 years, and they have $1 million in their pre-tax 401k.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Justin?
This kind of goes right along the lines of what I was mentioning earlier as far as things that we can do to help kind of prepare the next generation. But in this case, it's an ideal scenario to look at the amount of income that she's going to have at the moment and up until she's required to start taking distributions from her IRA, then the taxable income will go up. And if you could figure that gap of we like to fill up the 12% tax bracket currently. We feel like that's a cheap tax bill to convert. If you're 60 and you could live up to 100, that gives you 40 years of compounding growth in the Roth. So, currently the single tax filer has $47,000 of income approximately up to the 12% tax bracket plus their deduction, and married filing jointly is double that. So you got quite a big range there that you could use with strategy to convert. I love the strategy.
And when we look at this with clients, we put it up on the screen for you and show you the impact of that decision and what years you should take it and how much you should take it. We do a pro forma 1040 for you, so there's really no surprises. But it isn't really do-it-yourself time because you can really step in it. And then, of course, if you're already retired and you do these big conversions, then you impact perhaps the taxation of your Social Security. And if you're really doing even bigger conversions, you're going to impact the cost of your Medicare. So all those things factor into what you need to do. And this gets back to taking money out of your retirement accounts at retirement. We have a workshop coming up a week from today at our offices at 10 o'clock. Tell us about that, Justin.
Yeah, so this Roth conversion will be covered in the tax efficient strategies workshop that Gary Abley is going to be doing this next Saturday, talking about ways that you can withdraw from your various accounts in a tax efficient way, such as let's say you've accumulated a taxable account, and every time you sell something in there, you're looking at a realized gain. Well, there is a range of 0% for the long-term capital gains up to certain levels of income. So if your income is low, this works out, again, really well right when you've retired and your income goes down significantly and you don't have Social Security turned on yet or a pension turned on yet. And you may be able to unwind some of those positions inside of your portfolio that have a lot of long-term growth in pieces in a very low-cost, tax-efficient way.
So what you just said, really, there is a way to have zero capital gains in some of your gains. But you need to know the strategy and know that exists. We're going to be covering that, or Gary will be covering that a week from today at our offices right here in Altamont Springs. It is absolutely free. We can accommodate about 30 people comfortably in our learning center, the state-of-the-art learning center, I like to call it. Gary will provide some refreshments for you, and I guarantee you'll walk away with some information that can save you literally thousands of dollars. Gary is, in addition to being a certified financial planner, is also a CPA, and one thing about Gary is he loves to teach. Gary is a frustrated teacher, and he's darn good at it. So if you want to come to that workshop, you need to go out to our website. That's financialgroup.com. financialgroup.com. Click on events. You make your reservations right there. It's absolutely free. And people say, why do you do this, Joe? We do it for really two reasons. Number one, to hopefully prevent you from becoming a financial casualty. And secondly, to introduce you what we at Certified Financial Group is doing here for now almost 50 years, providing investment advice and financial planning for a fee for our clients. And this way, whether you need those services now or sometimes in the future, you'll give us an opportunity to earn your business. So that's financialgroup.com. financialgroup.com. And I see we have another text question float in there. Josh?
You got it. This one comes to us from the West Coast, so Bernice must be listening inside the WDBO app. Listen to us anywhere you got Wi-Fi or internet, not just here in Central Florida on the radio, but we love you guys driving around here too on AM 580 and 107.3 FM. Bernice in St. Pete says, I want to gift $5,000 a year to each of my children. Can I do this into their Roth IRAs?
Justin?
We actually have clients who do it, as long as that individual, the child in this case, qualifies to contribute to the Roth with their income limitations. There are some IRS limits there as far as their income, but assuming that they do qualify and they're not already maxing out their IRA contributions and you're not over contributing to the IRA, essentially, you could just write the check and gift it right into their account. So it's definitely something that we see, and a very nice way to kind of give that gift now while you can enjoy it and see it and give that compounding growth. There's an amazing effect on growth of a portfolio. Typically, a Roth will be invested more aggressively. If your kid's in his 20s and you're doing this and it sits there for 40 years before they retire, it's just amazing the way that it can compound and grow.
Yeah, the real challenge is not to touch it, because as you go through life, there's always those hiccups that you get. You get the transmission falls out, you need a new roof, you're going to get married, you want to, whatever. The temptation is, it's there. And that is the secret to long-term investing, is to have the discipline not to sell it. Or as Larry did, the discipline not to get out of the market when things go down. And if you have that kind of fuse at 40 years, you can really do marvelous things with a modest amount of money. Unfortunately, we don't learn this stuff until sometimes it's not too late, but we could have lost a lot of opportunity. So we try to educate young people. Bring your children into our office with you when you come to see us. We'll be glad to educate them as well. Because one of the things that I'm seeing more and more is that we're raising generation upon generation of financial illiterates. It has nothing to do with you personally, but it's the way our educational system is. They didn't teach us how to save and invest for our financial future, and now many people are facing their retirement years with nothing but Social Security, and it's not a pretty picture. And I hear the music in the background there. Josh, so take it away, buddy.
That's right. I have a quick question that I want to add on to Bernice if I can. It might be a 10-second answer, but I have some young kids. Is there an age minimum that I could start contributing to their Roth IRAs?
Well, they have to have earned income.
Gotcha. Okay. You got to have earned income. Okay. Thank you so much. Again, 844-580-9326 is the number to call if you want to join the conversation. 844-580-WDBO is the number to text. If you want to send in your open mic, it's there. There's a button in there inside that WDBO app labeled open mic. It's that simple. Open it up. Push record, give us your best 10 to 15 seconds, and we'll play it back on the air. And right now, Charles Curry is standing by off the air if you want to get right to the nitty-gritty and work with the Certified Financial Group on your finances. That number is 407-869-9800. 407-869-9800. You're listening to On the Money, where we're planning tomorrow
today
with the Certified Financial Group.
Years ago, I had a dream of building the best personal financial consulting firm in Central Florida. Now, with 14 certified financial planners acting as fiduciaries, I believe we're there. But don't take my word for it.
As we approach retirement, we have the freedom of choice.
Peace of mind that we now have. That's everything to us.
The people that work here are honest and caring, and I feel like I can go to sleep at night.
So schedule your no-obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, or we're planning tomorrow, today. Did you know anyone can call themselves a fiduciary, but only certified financial planners are required to work in your best interest? And we have 14 of them right here in Altamont Springs. So when you're ready to plan for your retirement, give us a call.
Just knowing that my money's here with Certified Financial Group, I feel relaxed and comfortable.
They're smart. They watch the market. They take care of you. You can depend on them.
So schedule your no-obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, or we're planning tomorrow, today.
What is a fiduciary? When it comes to investing, a fiduciary is legally required to act in your best interest. For 40 years, planners at Certified Financial Group have been guiding our local clients toward financial peace of mind. The rest of the world is still catching up, but our team of certified financial planners are the local, experienced fiduciaries you can trust. Certified Financial Group are your Central Florida planners. Call us today.
Your Confident Forever plan is possible with a CFP professional. At Certified Financial Group, we can help you build a complete financial plan. Visit financialgroup.com to find your CFP professional.
Years ago, I had a dream of building the best personal financial consulting firm in Central Florida. Now, with 14 certified financial planners acting as fiduciaries, I believe we're there. But don't take my word for it.
As we approach retirement, we have the freedom of choice.
Peace of mind that we now have. That's everything to us.
The people that work here are honest and caring, and I feel like I can go to sleep at night.
So schedule your no obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, or we're planning tomorrow, today.
AM 580, always streaming inside your WDBO app. I want to thank Joe Bert and Justin Spitler from the Certified Financial Group for hanging out with us another hour on the air, answering our questions from our lovely listeners about their financial future. 844-580-9326 is the number you want to call or text. But as the show comes to an end, if a question pops into your head, we do have an off-air number for just a little bit longer after the show concludes. Charles Curry is standing by at 407-869-9800. 407-869-9800. One more text question just came in during that break from Rick in Longwood, just around the corner from the Certified Financial Office. Rick wants to know, how many years do I have to be married for my wife to collect up to 50% of my Social Security income? FYI, we are both in our early 70s.
1 year. Can you believe that?
How about that?
Be married 1 year and you can collect up to 50% of your spouse's benefits, or whatever. If yours is higher, of course, you can get that. But that's the rules. And you wonder why Social Security is going broke? I mean, there's the deal. And then when the spouse passes on, the wife, presumably, will take over the spouse's larger benefit for her lifetime. So that's why Social Security is messed up. I mean, I understand that, this money is there and it needs to be paid or should be paid, but if we don't fund it the way it needs to be funded, it's not going to continue providing these kind of benefits. So 1 year in that circumstance, and the spouse have to have, as these people in their 70s, the spouse has to have started Social Security benefits as well. All right, we're wrapping up the hour, I see here. Josh, I want to remind our listeners that next Saturday, a week from today, we're going to have the considerations of taking money out of your retirement accounts in your retirement years, all those things you need to think about, taking money out of your IRA, your 401k, your 403b, your 457, whatever it might be, and looking at your taxable money, how to best do that, how to get capital gains absolutely tax-free. That'll be discussed in our offices here in Altamont Springs next Saturday, 10 to 12. In order to make a reservation for that free workshop, you need to go to our website. That's financialgroup.com. Financialgroup.com. Click on reservations. You can make it. And we'll also remind our listeners that we have Score My Funds available to our listeners. And this is an opportunity for you to get some objective opinions on the quality of the mutual funds or ETFs you may have sitting in your retirement account, your brokerage account, your 401k, whatever it might be. Go to scoremyfunds.com. That's scoremyfunds.com. Insert the tickers. If you don't know the tickers, there's a pull-down menu. You can get the answers right there to what the ticker symbol is for the mutual funds that you have. You send that to us, and within 48 hours, we will send you a report absolutely free, and the report is generated by a real neat program that was developed by the Center for Fiduciary Studies in conjunction with the University of Pittsburgh. And it's an objective look at the mutual funds, scoring your funds on 11 distinct criteria, from all the way from manager tenure, from expenses and performance on a 1, 3, and 5 year basis, alpha and Sharpe ratios, which are the measurement of risk, and all those things. And I see you want to pull the plug on me here, Josh.
That song apparently is still playing.
That's okay. So all that stuff is there at scoremyfunds.com. Anything you want to say in closing, Justin? It's been a pleasure having you here this morning. You're a good man. Justin's been with us now for how many years, buddy?
6 years.
6 years.
I appreciate you having me on the show. It's been a pleasure and it's been fun.
Justin is a certified financial planner. He works in our office and does some wonderful things with us. He's a member of our investment committee that sorts through all those investments that are out there and makes the recommendations to our clients, and we're delighted and honored to have him as part of our team. So, Justin, once again, welcome for being with us, and I know we will see you again on the program.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome. All right, Josh, take it away, buddy. And once again, Charles Curry. Let's talk about Charles.
Charles is standing by answering your questions. Any reason you may have called during the show, but you realize now it's almost 10 o'clock and you have to wait till next Saturday morning to pick the brains live on the air of the Certified Financial Group. Well, they have a workaround for that. Charles Curry is standing by in the office, ready to answer your questions. 407-869-9800. 407-869-9800. Any questions you may have heard through the week, through the show. If I said something on the air and you're like, what is he talking about? Charles Curry is here to answer that question. Thank you so much for listening to On the Money, where you plan tomorrow. Today.